What is up, everybody out there in YouTube land? I'm here today. One more video, kind of different a little bit today. I have a box here in front of me. What we're going to be doing today is a little bit of an unboxing. It is belt related. This video goes out more towards the makers or people in the hobby that would like to know what is up exactly with the leather that they use out there in Pakistan. I have a leather that was sent to me. Finally, I was able to get my hands on some, people will call it Pakistani leather. Guys, the camels don't know that they're from Pakistan. They're just an animal like anything else roaming around this earth. Um, Finally got my hands on some leather. I've been trying to uh, try out for a while, so I don't know if this leather um, tools traditionally, like the way we use cowhide leather, veg tan, that kind of stuff. So we'll do a quick, I guess, overview of it and see what we get out of it. Um, if it's anything like I think it's going to be, that kind of thing. I will be cutting into it. I will be, I guess, tooling a little bit. I will be scribing lines on it. I will use a edger on it. Um, just real quick, I want to see what it does. You know what I mean? Everybody's curious to know, so am I. Um, Hopefully, this setup works. I have a mic on the top now, and hopefully this thing doesn't topple over. It's kind of heavy. Let's get to it, man. Let me loosen this up. Flip the mic around. There we go. Now it'll be facing the direction that I will be in. Hopefully, like I said, this works for you guys. It's a new tripod setup. First things first, let's crack open this box and see what it's like. I don't know if this leather, I've seen a lot of makers do good work with this stuff, but I've always seen them tool it dry, not wet. So I'm gonna have a seat here. It's a bummy day for me, so yeah. I've already opened the lid. That's about as far as I did. I wanted to save some time. Let's see what's up with this. Surprised that this hide came in a box this small. Whenever I order them from Springfield Leather or any other place, they're a lot bigger boxes. But the maker said that he gets easily 4 straps out of this thing. Looking at this, I really doubt it. I don't know how camel hide is over there. I know that the leather veg tan we have here in the United States that we work on, even the ones that come in from Brazil, other places, there's a lot of imperfections on the surfaces, whether you're paying for good hide or not. You have to avoid those. So you end up not using the amount of leather you thought you were going to use. Sometimes you can only get 2 good, decent, big straps out of a hide, maybe 3 if you're lucky. So depending on the size you buy too, but we try to keep things pretty economical. Just to start off, I mean, most leather guys are charging anywhere from $250, which is unheard of now. I start my work off at $285 and up, depending on how much work is involved and all that. But we're really looking at $275 on up to $350, $400. Now, those really high quality hides where you don't want imperfections and they're got to be a certain size, those aren't $200. We're talking hides that are $300, $350. What you pay for a belt to get done, that's what that hide will cost. So there's no way most of us are using that stuff unless it's our personal use or somebody's paying really super high dollar. So let's get it out. First, right off the bat, I can tell you, whoo-wee, this stuff does not smell like the pleasant kind of smell you get off of veg tan. Wow. I don't know if that's from where it's from or No, that's the hide. Whew, wow. Okay. Okay. So let's, already I can tell there's some stuff here. Before I even open it up, I can see that it's got some stuff there. So let's crack her open. I got a razor blade here. Really carefully, you just score along the top of the tape and pull. That she usually does it. There we go. Score at the top here. Open her up. This is a super bad idea to tape on hides. And this is why. Wow. Shouldn't have done that. It pulls all the fibers right up and out, and sometimes that gets really stuck to this. Leaves a tacky film on there. Not good to do that for pecking. Okay. Well, I'm not going to get 3-4 straps out of this thing like the maker said. I can already tell by the width, and the length is probably not as long. Wow. So right away, that trouble spot that I was showing you guys, that is already a bad spot to use on this thing. I will say this is a little softer, but see this whole spot here, this is shot. Maybe makers over there will try to hide this. I won't. This is not the way the texture is here. So this whole section here, this whole section right here, shot. Can't use it. Shot. Can't use that area. All the way to the edge. So I'm already losing a lot of landscape here. And wow. Yeah, this isn't at all what I thought it was going to be. Getting set up here. I'm trying to put something heavy to hold this down here. Okay. So guys, I'll be 100% honest right now. If an American company or distributor sent me this right here, and for what I paid for it, it's got a gouge there. If they sent me this, I would send it right back. Matter of fact, I would have unrolled this halfway out and said, nope, back in the box, back to the distributor. This is not good at all. This is, I've had some bad hides sent to me from companies here in the United States, but they were still very usable. I could get some straps out of it, but I mean, a piece like this, guys, a good quality piece like this size right here is probably going to run about, I want to say, $180, $175. Now let me just show you in reference something real quick. Bear with me. Bear with me. Okay, so people must think we make tons of money. We don't. We don't make tons of money on releathering. I'm going to show you why, because this piece is very expensive. You buy it for $170, $180. $150 they're on sale, maybe. But then check out, here is a stock shop version 2 Undisputed. Now if I were to lay this here, I can't use this spot here because of that bad area. There's a little nick on this side, so I have to stay right in between that. There's a bad area up here and one over there. So here's the thing. You guys, let me show you. Can I get 3 to 4 straps out of this thing? No way. No freaking way. Now, let me show you the bad areas. I have a nick there. That surface is way too wrinkled. That's messed up. This surface starts looking a little bit better. It's got little pinholes there. Maybe I can hide that from where the center plate covers. I got a messed up spot right here. And the texture around it is not that great. That's not great. I can't use that. So I'm really stuck with a piece that I can't do much with. So yeah, this I cannot use. Very wrinkled, very bad texture to have on the belt. Cannot have that showing. This is the edging, very wrinkled. It's going to crack later on. Cannot use that. And this whole patch area right here is just shot. Whenever you see these signs, that's bound to crack later on. So guys, if you think about it, lots of times we do these straps for everyone. We charge people, you know, a certain price. If I charge $275 to do a strap, I have this whack piece of leather I have to deal with. I can only get maybe another one here if I'm lucky, cleaned enough. That's it. That's gone. This whole hide is gone. We have backing still, leather backing, which is more expensive than the veg sand sometimes, than the economical one we can get anyways. So we've got leather backing, hide for the belt strap, hardware that we have to put on both sides, the snap sets, they have to be good quality. We have the dies we use in every other little tool and equipment in between, and materials, top coat sealers, stamping, and more hours than we would want to spend on this. The edge burnishing still. People sometimes want a perfect burnished edge on the strap for $275. So yeah, it's a toughie. This one's a tough one, guys. So by the time I'm done spending all of that, how much do we really, as leather guys, have left over from re-leathering a belt? It's not really not that much. There's a reason why there's not that many re-leather guys. If we are in this, it's strictly, I think, at a certain point for the love of doing it. Some of us have started developing our own system to make things a little faster and make things better. But you always run into hiccups here and there. So guys, let's see. What else can we do? I'm just going to toss that out to the side. I have this bad section here. I don't want to cut too far in. I might take a piece off of that on the other side. And I think I will. One moment, guys. I'm just going to make it round on one end. Take this off. I'm going to go ahead and move this. I'm going to roll this up now for now. I've got to call the person who sent me this now and give him my thoughts on it, my 2 cents on all this. Okay, so I'm going to give this piece a little try here. Let me see 1 second if I can get something here. Here we go. So I'm going to take a stamp tool, any random one, doesn't matter. Take my stamping hammer, and I'm going to do this as quick as I can because the video cannot be that long. I'm going to do this real quick, okay? So first of all, I'm going to take this little tool here, and I'm going to mark the edge. See how she scribes. And on the first pass, scribes just like any veg tan. Okay, just take my edger, and I'm going to edge this. Ooh. Right away, I will tell you that the way this feels very strange to me. Maybe you guys will understand, maybe you won't understand. But it feels very rubbery type. The way it rubs across, it's like when you rub across an eraser. Now I'm going to try this tool here. Edge beveler. And definitely is doing different things than what I'm used to. This is a very sharp edge beveler, and it was wrinkling as it was going. Hopefully that shows up in the camera. Not too good. Tooling. I'm going to tool on this edge real quick, just to see what she does. Normally you do this with a veg tan, and no way, Jose. You make a mark, but the impressions are going to be deep, and they're not going to be crisp. I've been seeing these guys always tooling this leather over there with it dry instead of wet. So I'm just doing a BS line here. I'm not even gonna take this over to my stone over there. Just want to see what it reacts like. Okay, fall apart on me now. So I see why these guys are doing this. They're not even wetting the leather. It does mark very easily. Let me show you guys. Let me get up, make sure it's in focus right. So it does tool, it does leave a mark. It is clean. Now, let's see what she does when she gets a little bit of this. What I have here is just water with another additive that I use that's got a little bit of a lotion in there. Not a lotion, conditioner. Helps out with the process. So I've already wet this a little. This is called casing the leather. Ooh, this makes it smell a lot better. That's actually smells real good compared to this leather. This thing has, not this right now because I hit it with that, but that hide right there has got a smell that, whoo, buddy. So I wet it. It absorbed kind of quickly. Just waiting for it to do its process here. By judging on the cut of the edge, it's not absorbing much. But this probably doesn't need more than a few just light sprays because it already feels like clayish. I don't know if anybody can understand what I'm saying when I said that, but it feels a little clayish. I'm going to take this again, see how it marks, and I'll go down this edge right here. a second pass, make sure we're good. So now, that actually marks very, very good. Let's try this edger, which just leaves a line right across near that space. See how it reacts to this. Got off the line a little bit there. Now I gotta say, this leather is very soft. Nothing like the American veg sand we buy here. Okay. Now, the edger works good on there, you know. You could do better. Maybe I'm afraid of wetting this a little bit too much, and then I'm going to get a result I don't like. And the way it just smooths this edge almost just feels like I wouldn't even recommend using the edge beveler, because it just folds and smooths it right over, no problems. That might be a beneficial property. Let's see, I have plenty of bevelers here. Let's take this one here. It's the one I like to use most of the time. Real quick. Okay, I'll go come over this side, do a little more. So that is not bad at all. Could be better. Just feels like you can go overboard. I want to take it to my stone real quick. Be right back, guys. Trying to do an honest review here. Okay, so let me show you guys. The edges are not that bad. It will tool. The upper side is the side you saw me doing here on the table, and then this is what I did on the stone. So it gets a little deeper because of the stone, but not too big of a difference. Marks really easy. Let's do this here real quick. Running out of time. Here we go. 1, 2. We'll go. See if we can go all the way with this. I'll take it all the way so it just, you know, no sense in doing it half-assed, halfway. So Alrighty, so let's take a look at that. So guys, here it is. I'll lay it down here in the light. There you go. Of course, that's the line that got marked from the beveler. And I'm going to give these guys a quick tip, because what I see is that this leather marks so easy. Let me do something real quick. Since it marks so easy, I mean, wow. Let me mark a couple lines here real quick. Actually, just one. One should do this. No problem. Get my short ruler here. This leather is very soft. So if I take this, and I'm guessing it, and I don't really need to mark it hard, just a light pass it with my hand. Shoot. If I were to take this beveler and maybe just took my hand, put some pressure, and followed that line, this leather is so soft that it doesn't take much, really. To shape it. I can come in some more. And that is, God, I want to say it's not too bad. Doesn't have that depth, but if they kept giving it a few passes, well, that's a beveled line to me. Shit, let me see. If I just take this, wham, wham, wham. And usually, American leather, once you spray it down and you case it, you got to keep spraying it down. Not a bad thing. I'm going to smack it just a little harder now. I want the impressions to be a little bit better. Now I'm going to split this real quick because I want you guys to see something. Take my ruler again. If I can get a razor blade. Fresh one right off the ground. Let's see. Come on now. We're just going to imagine that this is the edge of the leather here, and that I beveled that line. We're going to cut this straight down here, give it a few passes, and even cutting this, it feels a little different. It's definitely a smoother cut. Cowhide, I can feel the graininess just kind of pulling through. Now I'm going to take this roller that I made by hand, and I'm going to give it a little pass here. Can't use it that much. You have to be very careful. These edges are like butter. This leather is very sensitive to high pressure. Now, let me show you guys something. So I pretty much ran my hand on that edge with the beveler. That's not bad. But, you know, if I wanted to do a little bit of texture, I can. I could probably get my... Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd you go? Where did you go? Oh, God. Here we go. Let me tool this real quick. So, quickly I just ran my checker beveler there on the edge. And that doesn't look bad. But, again, this is a real quick piece. Just trying out the leather. My thoughts on this leather. There's some potential there. It definitely, for certain things, I would suggest, yes, you do have to tool certain processes of this leather dry. It would not hurt to wet it down with some of the stuff I use because it has a certain conditioner. It will not hurt the way this dyes or anything. It won't make anything crazy happen or any crazy effects later on. But helps put a little bit of conditioning into the leather to make it a little more softer and pliable after it's been tooled. I don't know how this oiled. I would have to wait till it completely dries, oil it, and see how it reacts the next day, and then put some dye on it. Do I recommend this? I'm going to give it a dead-ass no. Why? Because for what we're used to paying here in the United States, for the quality control that is here in the United States, for just the problems of, I mean, if this guy says, yeah, no problem, send it back to me, I'll get you a new one, how expensive is that going to be to send this back? You know what I mean? It's not going to be worth it. Not worth it, guys. Not at all. So, just taking this sandpaper to this edge, I'm not even applying pressure. This thing is just going away like butter. You know, this is what grit? 320 grit. Maybe I can wet this just a hair. Rub it here. Put some water on this 400 grit. Start sanding this. And already I can tell that this is super easy to burnish. It is nothing like burnishing American Veg Tan. That I can tell you right now, right off the bat, because this molded this edge like butter. Wow. Wow. Okay. This has certain properties that Veg Tan I can see doesn't have. Then again, we took the profession in wrestling, the profession of saddle making was taken and applied towards making belts, and it's a whole different thing. But here we go. Let's see this edge. Sorry about that. Mic came off. It's going to be a loud boom. But here it is. That's it, guys. We'll do a part 2 on this. See you on the next one.